With mods getting bigger than anything you would see on my 600-pound life, modded Skyrim is arguably the most immersive game out there. From mod lists that are getting longer than Epstein's flight logs, to endless hours spent outside the game, Skyrim is beginning to feel more like an engine than an actual game.
This is what your obsession brings you!
I tell you, the Dragonborn comes.
Lux Via, an injection of life into Skyrim's landscape. These additions could be anywhere from a lantern in the middle of nowhere to a massively crafted bridge right outside of a major city. These additions are made with the lore of the land in mind, with artifacts placed that match the area's vibe. Whiterun has a new wooden bridge with a strong supporting structure, while its Markarth counterpart is crafted with stone and Dwemer-esque technology. Forsworn make their name known throughout the Reach, with skeletons hanging from the signposts placed around Skyrim warning any nearby traveler. The Reach is filled with old, ruined Dwemer technology for you to explore, ranging from toppled towers to scraps below the water. As a nice little add-on, you can install ancient Atmoran remains, which is the fossil of a giant Atmoran before the modern-day Nords. This is the part where I shamelessly ask you to subscribe, because this video took a little bit. While partaking in my favorite part of the day, the bowels, I came across the Immersive Death Cycle, a mod which makes the death of animals fertilize more than the dump I just bestowed on my yard. This will make animal remains decay over a certain amount of time, making it feel like the savage wildlife is at play, and even includes a live Elder Scrolls 6 watch party. This mod supports necromancy, and with these textures, the only thing your enemies will fear more is a fully grown man with no kids at a playground. 10 years ago, I needed to enchant something. But I needed a soul gem. So I went to the court wizard and asked for a soul gem. But he didn't want to sell it to me. So I stole it, put on the most useless enchantment you could imagine, and sold it back to him, leaving and thinking I was slick. Fast forward a couple of days, and some thugs came after me to teach me a lesson. The only lesson they offered was a demonstration at how to take a swift kick in the ass. Come to find out, it was that gumpy court wizard behind it all. How he found out remains a mystery. All I knew was that me, an Elder Scrolls adaptation of Hugh Jackman, had some talking to do. Before I could let Farengar know that I had an obligation to rip him a new one, I had to waddle over to Blackwalk. Upon reaching Dragon's Reach, everyone was oblivious to the havoc I was about to wreak. At least, I thought so, because for Farengar, it was another Tuesday. I looked at him like Mike Wazowski. The only thing more infuriating than his lack of acknowledgement of the fact that he can't fight his own battles was his beard that connected just about as well as a divorced couple. Safe to say, my disappointment was immeasurable, and my day was ruined. Over a decade later, I came across thugs, not assassins. So I installed the mod and took a time machine to deliver my skewed sense of justice. I confronted Farengar for the crimes I committed, and it was only fair if he paid the price. However, revenge is a dish best served with a side of consequences, and I was no exception. But I had to stand on business. I may be humanity's last hope, but right now, I am public enemy number one. After a valiant stand, I lasted for around 15 seconds. Was this a drawn-out way of saying you can now confront the people who sent thugs after you? Yes, but it doesn't stop there. If you do not have the facilities to take accountability for your own actions, you can try to pay or talk your way out of the fight. NPCs react to frenzy, a small mod. This mod makes it so NPCs are driven mad when they are hit by frenzy.
I'm on your side.
Before, they would just turn on their best friend, mid-fight no less, and continue as if everything is normal. Now the NPC speaks as if they are on an LSD trip. Immersive Boss Overhaul. Your boss's pre-game ritual now consists of snorting 8 lines of G Fuel. Hang on. I'm actually kind of interested in what AI thinks of this. Okay, let's do Yellow Balgrove snorting G Fuel. Okay, that's not exactly what I had in mind. All right, but let's do Alduin. Oh, I know what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to do. What does Nazim in the Cloud District look like? Why do these pictures actually look kind of tough? Dang. Alright guys, what's the verdict? Is this lore accurate Nazim? All the major bosses have been re-leveled to be more difficult, well, for the most part. Starting off with the Dawn Guard, Harkon's boss fight has been improved. His max level is now 85 and has access to a plethora of new perks and abilities. With the ability to conjure random things out of his ass, this fight becomes straight chaos and the challenge it should have been. Now I'm not gonna lie, so damn irrelevant I forgot he existed. His boss battle sucked. But now the only thing that sucks is his new ebony axe of leeching and has been given access to drain vitality as well as soul tear. This will give him a more of a Grim Reaper vibe. Now for the biggest letdown of the whole game, the mastermind behind the whole Dawn Guard story shatters a whole building on top of you, is trying to wage war on a divine, gets to live every Lover's Lab user's dream via getting manhandled by Serana. However, the only prerequisite for beating this man was an IQ higher than your average reaction streamer. You'd think this guy's an origami the way he gets folded by one hit. Clearly, Bethesda did not think the location through. The biggest change he receives is that now he's only staggered from a full power unrelenting force, with the small bonus of the Necromage perk. However comes my one slight gripe with this mod. The Civil War. The Civil War from the Imperial scum side has been improved. Ulfric and Galmar are strong Nord warriors and have been slightly buffed. From the Skyrim belongs to the Nord side, Legate Rike has been buffed given her Nord background. But the commander? Man, what the f? Those levels dropped harder than Nagasaki and Hiroshima combined. The reasoning, I guess, kinda makes sense. He's not hyped to be a warrior, his strengths lie in his leadership, but like a 30 level nerf? Come on. Now yes, you can go in and edit that yourself in Xedit or something pretty easily, but am I gonna do that? You guessed it, absolutely not. Immersive Hounds adds the underutilized Bandit and Forsworn dog enemy. A lot of armor mods are kinda on that borderline of whether they should or should not be in the game, up to personal preference, to say the least. But for the people who aren't degenerates and actually wear clothes for armor and want a fresh new immersive armor, Ysmir Armor. A solid Nordic armor that seems to look like a combination of the Nordic, steel, and iron armor sets and fits brilliantly into the world of Skyrim. Immersive better bow positioning. In vanilla, the bow just magically sticks to the back of the Dragonborn. Now the body is in between the bowstring and the handle and comes with new animation. Guards pose with weapons. This makes guards pose with new idols and makes them actually stand, you know, on guard. Skyrim horses are jacked. They are so massive it looks like they take more trend than Mike O'Hearn. SC Horses is a horse mod that completely overhauls the look of these horses. They have a more realistic and defined look to their muscles, with changes to their eyes as well. The Whiterun horse comes with a lush dark red coat, while Riften's horse comes with a smooth off-white coat color. More importantly, the legs aren't ridiculously bloated like they are in vanilla. Instead, they have a slimmer build, granting them to be able to move with some grace. This mod is actually not from Nexus, it's from a Patreon, but it is free. And to finish it off, we have a riding animation overhaul, which just makes the animation subtly better. Hope you got something from this video. If not, I hope you at least enjoyed it, and if not then, just send me a hate comment.